Okay, on your unit circle. Okay, and then I'm going to go view. Boom. So we have lines. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to graph from the unit circle onto an XY graph. Okay? So let's say y equals the sine of x. Okay? Now we know how to graph the line y equals 2x, right? How do we graph y equals 2x? If we put 0 in for x, y is 0. If we put 1 in for x, y is 2. If we put 2 in for x, y is 4. 0, 0, 1, 2, 2, 4 makes a line like that, right? Okay, we're into graphing now. We kind of are in the whole realm of, okay, we know how to graph. Okay? I should go boom, 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 boom. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this. Now we're going to graph y equals sine of x. When x is 0, what's the sign of 0 on your unit circle in radians? 0. Okay, well, I mean 0. Yeah, we're going to use radians, not degrees. So 0 is 0 at pi over, let's go pi over 6. What's the y value? 1/2. At pi over, let's just go pi over 3, maybe. Nah, let's go pi over, pi over 3. What's pi over 3? Square root of 3 over 2. What's pi over 2? Oh no. What's 2 pi over 3? Square root of 3 over 2. What's 5 pi over 6? 1/2. What is pi? 0. What is, I'm going to have to slide over. What is 7 pi over 6? Negative 1/2. What is, let's go 4 pi over 3. Negative square root of 3 over 2. Pi 3 pi over 2. Negative 1. Okay. 5 pi over 3. Negative square root of 3 over 2. So then 11 pi over 6. Negative 1/2. 2 pi. 0. So what I'm going to do down here is, so I'm at pi over 6, pi over 3. So if every point is pi over 6, what's 2 pi over 6 the same as? Pi over 3. What's 3 pi over 6 the same as? What's 4 pi over 6 the same as? 5 is 5. 6 is just pi. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then 1, negative 1. All right. So at 0, we're at 0, right? 0, 0. At pi over 6, we're at 1/2. So we're 1/2 the way up. Pi over 3 is square root of 3 over 2. On your calculator, take square root of 3, divide by 2. Get what, 0.7071? Something like that? Or 0.8660. 0.8660. And then at pi over 2, we were at 1. And then 0.8660. And then 1/2. And then 0. And then negative 1/2. Negative 0.8660. Negative 1. Negative 0.8660. 1/2. 0. Not a DNA strand yet. We'll talk about that later. But it kind of starts to look like it. If you combine sign with negative sign, then it really looks like a DNA strand. Okay. All right. Then let's keep going. What is 13 pi over 6? Why is it 1/2? It's coterminal with pi over 6, right? 13 pi over 6 is 1/2 because it's coterminal with pi over 6. So what happens? This just keeps repeating. And it goes on forever. Okay? So, this is what we're going to get to later today. Okay? What we're going to do before lunch is just simply this. I'm going to ask you, like, what is the cosine of pi over 4? And you'll look at your unit circle and say it is square root 2 over 2. Or you might get hit with the cosecant of pi over 6. Ooh, that's just a little bit harder. The cosecant of pi over 6 is 1 over the sine of pi over 6. What's the sine of pi over 6? 1/2, so the cosecant is 2. Okay? So you'll be doing some of that. And then we'll take a point like 3, not 3, come on, Mr. Bierschbach, pi over 3 and 2, and then we'll move it pi over 2 to the right. When we move something pi over 2 to the right, we're going to add to the x value by pi over 2. So what's pi over 3 plus pi over 2? To add fractions, you need a common denominator. What's the common denominator between 2 and 3? 6. So you multiply this top and bottom by 2, this top and bottom by 3, and you get 2 pi over 6 plus 3 pi over 6 gives me 5 pi over 6. We good with that? Okay. Let's say we're at the point pi over 4, negative 1, and we're moving left pi over 3 and up 2. Let's move left pi over 3 and then up 2. If you're moving left, what should you do with your pi over 4? Subtract your pi over 3. So it's pi over 4 minus pi over 3. Which is, common denominator, 12. 3 pi over 4, 3 pi over 12, minus 4 pi over 12 gives me negative pi over 12 for my x value. What's my y value going to be? 1, because negative 1 plus 2 is 1. Okay, so we'll be doing a little bit of that. And then we'll be finding a point halfway in between 2 points, like between pi over 6 and pi over 2. Oh, I should be doing it different. Pi over 6, 0, and pi over 2, 0. What's halfway in between? So, how do we find halfway in between those two? Well, pi over 6 plus pi over 2. And to find halfway, you divide it by 2, because it's the average. Well, what's pi over 6 plus pi over 2? Well, it's pi over 6 plus 3 pi over 6, which gives you 4 pi over 6 divided by 2. And if you divide by 2, that's the same as multiplying it by 1/2. 2 and 4 cancel, be 2 and 6. What's 2 pi over 6 the same as? Pi over 3. So halfway in between pi over 6 and pi over 2 is pi over 3. So the answer is pi over 3, 0. Because the y is going halfway in between 0 and 0 is still 0. Okay? You think you can handle that? Okay? So we're finding values on certain points. We're moving left and right and up and down, and then we're finding halfway in between. So on page number 116, before lunch, we are doing 9 through 49. Every other odd. 9 through 49, every other odd. So it's number 9, then number 13, then number 17, then 21, 25, and so on. Every other odd. Okay? 9 through 49, every other odd. There you go. Get started, please.